the past few months, people have been really interested in weighted blankets. So I feel like there's maybe a few reasons. Obviously we're still coming out of last year, which, 2020, crazy. So people are still kind of feeling, I think, the anxiety and fears and unexpectedness of last year. And then it's also cold, right? It's winter. So, weighted blankets, let's talk about it. If you could just start by maybe explaining what it is and how it can be helpful.
Yeah, definitely. So my understanding of weighted blankets is that it's a blanket, but with like little beads inside that make it like heavier. Like it can be like, I think up to 30 pounds, like 5 to 30 pounds, these blankets can be. And people I think are drawn to them because they do provide really comforting, calming effects. Like it feels almost like this big portable hug, And so from what I've read, it seems like people can like really, really benefit in their sleep with the weighted blanket. Like it helps with like restless leg syndrome if you toss and turn a lot or if you're feeling anxious, and it can really improve sleep, which if you improve your sleep, like everything else is going to improve along with it.
Yeah,
And
right. Yeah. And I know there's like, I don't know if you can kind of expand on this. I know there's like some science behind it, behind, anxiety and how a weighted blanket, that weight, that like kind of surrounding sort of thing can be helpful.
yeah, so I think the limited information that I've looked at, like full disclosure, I don't know a ton about it, but from the like pieces that I've read about it, that weight almost it releases some serotonin in your body. It almost feels like a hug, right? Like the chemical released is like that happens when you feel comforted.
Yeah, I wonder, we talk about the importance of connection, and how that's just very integral to who we are as human beings and the way that God wired us. I wonder if that has something to do with it, that's like that intimacy, that connection of feeling kind of surrounded like a hug.
Mhm. Yeah, I think it's definitely related. I don't think anything can replace human interaction, like always before that. But I do think that some of the effects on the body, right? Like how important physical sensation and touch are, right? Because I think especially like our generation, Tori, I think has a lot more anxiety than like lots of other generations before us. And so noticing and just being aware of your body and being able to like, it almost slows you down, right? Like that weight, that comfort kind of slows you down, brings your awareness to your body, which generally helps anxiety anyway. And so I think all those different factors contribute and make it so that like so many people are finding this so helpful and so comforting.
Yeah, right. Absolutely. I actually have a weighted blanket. And a lot of y'all know this. I struggle with some anxiety and all of these different things. And the weighted blanket really is helpful. Of course, every body is so different. I don't necessarily love to have a weighted blanket over me when I'm in the middle of like panicking. Um, and that's just my body and the way that it responds to that. But afterwards, when I just need that calm, that like comfort, that hug, the weighted blanket is amazing. And everybody is so different. So, definitely do your research, see if that's something that you might like, that might be helpful for you. But yeah, no, I think that it can be such a help. And I know people who have experienced a lot better sleep with it, like you said, and just kind of that calming, sort of like intimate hug almost from that.
Yes, it's so comforting. I love that you have one. I think that's
Yeah,
so fun.
I know, it's great. It's like a cheetah print one, so it's cute and helpful. So like practical, but also like kind of cute. Like
Yes, yes, I love that. I feel like I should look into it.
they're awesome. They're really cool. My sister-in-law actually has one too that she sleeps with. And it really is crazy because it's got this weight, but hers is like cooling also, which is super cool. So it doesn't like, you don't get hot and like smothered by it. It's kind of like cooling while also giving you that like pressure. And she loves it and she sleeps with it like every night.
That's awesome. I love
Yeah.
that. I love
Yeah.
that. I'm like getting excited. I want to look into it now.
Oh yes. Oh yeah. Yes, for sure. I feel like I'm like doing it like an infomercial. I'm like, yeah, call 1-800 blah 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 so that you can get
Sold
your
me.
weighted blanket. Like,
I'm getting one now.
no, but really, they're great.